Want you to go.
Shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone for teaching this truth according to the Bible. A sincere shalom to the fellow laborers who push this truth and believe in this truth here in the last days as we are called to do so. Doing another quick lesson on this video that I've seen before. I've probably done a lesson on it before, but it came back up. 1968 public television program where this young Jake, okay, is tearing into one of those Kunalites, okay, a traitor to his nation, a Christian pastor that wants to save the so-called white man. And I just want to make this one real quick because Esau Edom is being questioned. All right. And those people, if you saw the Kim Iverson TV show or the YouTube channel, the small hats are hated. Okay, so-called white people in general in the whole world are hated because we know that you are the colonizer, you are the oppressor of the entire planet. Okay, none more so than the Israelites. Okay, and we understand. But this Jake right here back in the day was in the right mindset. Okay, so let's watch this video real quick.
And we ain't gonna settle for nothing but all the way. And about this violence and non-violence, I'm for violence because we have pleaded for the last 400 years.
What does the scripture say, man? Okay, he said he's for violence, all right? And we're not advocating that we do anything carnally, but we understand what will happen, okay? We understand that, according to the scriptures, the Lord is going to destroy, okay, this place with great violence, okay? Let's get this right here in Revelation 18:21, and it says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all. So the Lord is going to destroy this place with great violence. And it's not just going to be the missiles. OK, that's going to be the culmination of it all. And that's going to be the most violence. But in Jacob's trouble, OK, violence is going to permeate through the land. OK, you think about chapters like 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter and the 16th chapter, where the Lord said that there's going to be sedition among men. All right. Now, as far as the mindset that this Jake was in, I got some scriptures pulled up, Isaiah 14 and 16. OK, because he said the so-called white man doesn't want you to go any higher than what he has ordained for you. OK, and that's true. Isaiah 14 and 16 says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness? Okay, because what Esau Edom do, he goes around the world and he destroys, he bombs, he spreads chemicals, he sprays the sky. He does everything in his power to destroy the world and turn it into a desolate, unlivable condition. Okay, and destroy the cities thereof, that open not the house of his prisoners. Jake right here knows this. This is why he cannot be brainwashed, is what he's going to say, right?
Philosophy.
Violence, because we have pleaded for the last 400 years.
This footage is from 1968. At the height of the civil rights movement, a public television program in Chicago put activists, clergy, teachers, lawyers, and ordinary residents in the same room and let the cameras roll. The debate over nonviolence versus more radical action was splitting communities in real time, and this discussion captured exactly where that tension stood.
How would you talk to a young boy like that?
Well, I would say I would definitely have to use the Bible, Mr. Duncan.
See, and this Jake wants to use the Bible, but he wants to use the Bible in a wrong context. He does not want to divide the scriptures. Okay, he does not want to rightly divide the word of truth. Because if he knew anything, if he knew the truth, all right. And this is about the time when the truth started to come out. All right, 1969, I believe it was. Okay, and if he knew the scriptures, guess what? He would be telling this so-called white man that he is Esau Edom. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of, right? Let's go to Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Okay, all the men of thy confederacy brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee, with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. So Esau Edom is discovered by what? A diligent search, but it's had to be through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay. In 1969 is when Abba Bivens broke off from the commandment keepers and he started spreading the truth. Okay. combining the prophecies with the New Testament and going into understanding of how that worked. Okay. And you have the One West doctrine that came out of that. All right. And Esau, Edom was the main subject because he was the one that was hidden. Okay. Like it says in 2 Thessalonians, the man of sin shall be revealed. Esau, Edom is the one that is revealed. Okay. And you know, this Cunalite right here is going to try to save the so-called white man like so many Israelites try to do, right?
I would say I would definitely have to use the Bible, Mr. Duncan.
No, I don't want to hear that.
Well, this is my only way.
I ain't no Uncle Tom.
Well,
See,
salvation
you
is
can't
free, son.
brainwash me.
Jesus said, first ye
Okay.
seek the kingdom of heaven and its righteousness, and all of these things will be added unto you.
Heaven.
What about the kingdom of heaven is he talking about? Because he's obviously not getting it from the prophecies. I just spent all day reading, okay, prophecies like Micah, prophecies like Hosea, prophecies like, Joel, Amos, okay? Those prophets talk about the kingdom of heaven in each one of their prophecies, and they all speak about the Israelites taking vengeance upon their enemies and putting them into slavery in hardcore bondage. So what kingdom of heaven is this guy talking about? Okay, and obviously these two Jakes, there's another Jake about to speak, they know more about the Bible than this so-called reverend does.
It's on earth, mind you, brother.
Yeah, he said the kingdom of heaven is on earth, and that's true. Kingdom of heaven, the tabernacle of David will be a one world government that's going to rule the entire planet Earth, and all nations on it will be in subjection to it, okay, under them, okay, led by who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His real name is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and that's going to be on earth, and all nations will be slaves under that one world government. Okay, and the Israelites will be the ruling class people on earth, okay, and that government will be called the tabernacle of David.
White peoples realize today.
Let me get that actually. Let me go to Amos, okay? Let me go to Amos chapter 9. Okay, because that's one of the scriptures that I read today. Amos chapter 9. I believe it's the 11th verse. It says, "In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen." That's that government, that Israelite sovereign government, okay, and close up the breaches thereof, and will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the day of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and so-called white men, as Esau, Edom, and all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord, that doeth this. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper. That's those who are slaves right now. We're the workers. We're the slaves. We're the plowmen. Okay, and we're going to overtake the reaper. Esau, Edom's one that reaps the benefits of all our labor. And the treader of grapes, him that soweth seed. Okay, I don't want to make this too long because my battery is about to run out, but I'm gonna try to go as long as I can. It says, "And the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and the hills shall melt." Yeah, Esau, Edom is going to be in slavery under the tabernacle of David.
Is on earth, mind you, brother.
The white peoples realize today that they was wrong for enslaving the Negro. The great mass. May I finish? I'll wait it. Why, if you so militant and so intelligent, why don't you keep your mouth shut?
I'll tell you why, Reverend Mitchell, because I'm sick and tired of you standing up there on a television camera, a black man with a white heart and a white face. You're a black Anglo-Saxon. You're a disgrace to the race to stand up about a white man loving you.
And there's so many of our people that fell for that wine, for that poison of the serpent. Okay, that Christian doctrine that God loves everybody. We got to forgive the white man for what he did to us. He's not going to have to pay for his crimes. The kingdom of heaven is some other dimension. After you die and you go there forever and you float around in the clouds. That's what this guy is coming with. Okay, he really doesn't know the scriptures, man. Let's get one more. Okay. This is Micah chapter 5 and verse 15, and it says, "And I will execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard." That's when the Lord comes back. These heathen are going into slavery, man, and the one that's going to get the most vengeance poured upon him is Esau, Edom. They're going to have to actually reap the benefits, or I should say, they're going to have to reap the cup of wrath that they have sowed to us. Okay, so everything they did to us is what we're going to do to them, except for it's going to be even worse.
Standing up about a white man loving you. Ask Medgar Evers' wife. Ask the prayers of the 3 civil rights workers in Mississippi. Ask Jimmy Lee Jackson's mother. Understand? Ask Grace Louise of 5 children who were shot in the head because he's riding with a black boy in the car. You stand there and talk like an unmitigated fool.
I thought you were more intelligent.
I'm intelligent enough that I don't want to listen to your dribble.
May I finish, young man question? Son, I'm sure that the great mass of the white people realizes that they was wrong for enslaving the Negro.
So I don't want to make it too long. You got the point. You know, these people are exposed. These Edomites are exposed. Pastor or the elder from South Carolina, Nakazaba, made a very edifying video today that I was able to watch. Going into, you know, just Esau, Edom, just really, there's no more hiding it. We know who you are. There's no more, even vocab Malone is starting to go into the Apocrypha now and all this type of, you know, these Christians are lost. Okay, we're almost out of here. We're almost out of here. Babylon the Great is falling. It's getting worse and worse and worse for these people. So, you know, keep the faith. And I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash Shalom.